Okay, I'm gonna call to order the Warrenville Public Library District regular meeting of the Board of Trustees on Wednesday, February 18th, 2026, and the time is 7:04.
You look pretty
So
good
the
for all
first
that.
thing I'm gonna do is do a roll call.
There's all.
So trustee DeRosa. Okay, trustee Lazan. Trustee Lazan. Here. Okay, trustee Fika is absent. Trustee Pishka. Trustee Pishka. Okay, present. Trustee Schmidt. Here. Trustee Stoll is here and trustee Warren.
Present.
So then do we need to approve remote attendance and participation? Or no?
Nope.
Okay, so then I need, a motion to approve the agenda.
So.
A motion. Oh, wait, I was really consent.
This is
The whole,
approval.
I think that we approve the agenda as written. Okay,
Second.
and so
Wait.
wait,
Please wait a second. I'd like to remove,
right, after we do the motion, and then we can amend it.
oh, thank you.
Yeah, we have to discuss it. So trustee DeRocher made the motion and trustee Warren seconded. And so now, does anybody wish to remove any of the items?
I'd like to make a motion.
No, you just.
I'd like, item 19, closed session from the agenda, and move item 20, action resulting from closed session, to the regular agenda as an action item. Number 8C, determination of closed session minutes. So,
Okay, anybody have any questions or issues with that?
Why would we move item 20 to be? Because we're not having a closed session, why would we have that discussion and action move to the agenda?
So I had a recommendation
In the.
for something to be voted on. If you want to go into executive session to discuss it, we can, but to just discuss the broader
Oh, okay.
closed session minutes.
Got it.
Otherwise, the motion that was going to come out of that review, at the very least, was to the recording that we are allowed to do.
Okay, got it.
So if you just want to do that, and otherwise we follow the closed session thing was closed at the moment, then it can just be moved to
I
the next time.
wasn't there for that. Okay,
can
got
I
it.
have clarification then, Heather? So, Barbara moved for
Right.
the agenda. Who was the second on that?
That was, Rick Warren.
All right.
Trustee Warren.
And so-
now we need a motion to, approve the agenda as amended.
So moved.
Okay,
Sorry.
so trustee DeRocher moved to have the approval of the agenda as amended.
Second.
Okay, and trustee Lazan seconded. So the agenda has been amended and we can go forward. Are there any presentations?
No.
If there's a motion.
Oh,
vote
yeah,
on it?
oh, yeah, sorry, yeah, sorry about that. Okay, now that we have- okay, all those in favor of approving the agenda as amended?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, then the motion carries and the agenda is approved as amended. Okay, so next, presentations. Are there any?
No.
Okay, none. Okay, any public comments? Okay, I don't see any other public here. Nothing received via email or, okay, so there were no public comments. Okay, correspondence is on page 3 of the packet.
That's just another nice letter from the food pantry. So they keep giving us thank you notes and letters, so we keep giving them food.
It's nice that they acknowledge it.
Indeed. I'm glad others were helping out, making a difference.
Okay, so then, moving on to the consent agenda, if Madam Secretary could read that.
Item A, approve minutes of the January 21, 2026 regular board meeting. B, receive and file financial report for January 2026. C, approve updated policy number 125, credit cards and credit accounts. That's it.
Okay, so is there any discussion or can we go ahead and, move to have the consent agenda as read? Approve it.
So moved.
Okay, trustee Warren moved to have the consent agenda as read
And second.
and trustee DeRocher seconded. So then, Roll call vote, trustee Lazan.
Aye.
Trustee Warren,
Aye.
trustee Pishka,
Aye.
trustee Schmidt,
Aye.
trustee DeRocher.
Aye.
And trustee Stella votes aye, so that, roll call vote, the consent agenda is approved as read by the secretary. So then we move on to the regular agenda. So the first is item A, approved payments for the period of January 22nd to February 18th. If I could have a motion. Motion. Okay. Okay, trustee Pishka, move, and then a second.
Second.
Okay, trustee Lazan seconded. Okay, so then, any discussion?
You have to actually read it.
Yeah,
Yeah, read it.
yeah, she has to, you have to read it, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, so I just read motion to pay invoices in the amount of $81,948, 62 cents for the period of January 22nd, 26 through February 18, 26, including electronic payments and checks number 10,953 through 11,004. Check number 10,979 is voided.
Okay, so now that it's been read, then any discussion on this? Any questions? Okay, so then I'm gonna do a roll call vote. Trustee DeRocher. Aye. Trustee Schmidt.
Aye.
Trustee Pishka.
Aye.
Trustee Warren.
Aye.
Trustee Lazan.
Aye.
Okay, and trustee Stella votes aye, so, the payments are approved. So then we have item B, approving the transfer of funds. I may have a motion.
I'll move to transfer 200,000 from commercial checking account to operating checking account.
I second.
Okay, so motion was made by trustee Schmidt and seconded by trustee Pishka. Any discussion or questions on that? No? Okay, then I'm gonna do a roll call vote. So trustee Warren.
Aye.
Trustee Schmidt.
Aye.
Trustee Pishka.
Aye.
Trustee Lazan.
Aye.
Trustee DeRocher.
Aye.
And trustee Stella votes aye, so motion carries and the transfer of funds is approved. So then we go on to item C. That we.
There-
Oh, we have two items.
Oh, right, I didn't see.
Yeah, so that would be,
Just kind of-
trustee Schmidt.
Oh, excuse me. Okay. So 8C, a suggested motion is, move to maintain the current status of all closed session minutes and to delete the verbatim recordings for April 17th, 2024.
I second.
Okay, just motion was made by trustee Schmidt, seconded by trustee DeRocher. So any discussion or questions or?
Yes, can I have, I'm not sure what that is.
So, we have closed session minutes where we go over personnel issues, things that you don't, it's, things that are inappropriate in public about personal business and stuff. And, so we decided I had a meeting with Jason and we talked about it. Should we put them out for public record or should we continue to keep them private? And so it's then after a certain amount of time passes,
Yeah.
you don't have to keep them in it. So enough time has passed, right? For April
You have
17th?
to keep the minutes, but after
Okay.
18 months, you can destroy the recordings of the minutes,
Oh,
the audio.
Oh, thank you.
So that's what that
And
is to
please
do.
clarify what I said.
Yeah, so there's a very long list of various things that you can go into closed session for, meaning the public has to leave the room. And it's just the board. You can invite whoever you want into the closed session, but it's not for the public. And so usually the reasons are for, personnel reasons, like coming up in a couple months, if you my review, that'll be a closed session. If there's litigation,
Real estate.
real estate,
interviews.
reviewing closed session minutes because you're reviewing the minutes of the things that were sensitive in the first place. So yeah, so all those sorts of things. So some of them move after time can be opened up. Majority of them, the reason they were closed in the first place is the reason they're going to stay closed. So in an attempt to have fewer closed session minutes to have on the books, I've tried to streamline a little bit to, invite Connie come, talk about, some of the minutes that we had that maybe could be released or maybe not. We were in agreement to keep them closed, so we can avoid having one more set of closed session minutes on the books. Hence why the kind of rearranging of the agenda to hunt it back up to 8C so that we could just destroy the recordings, most recent recordings that we're allowed to, and to keep the rest of the minutes closed. So if that makes sense. So the public minutes that we have for our regular meeting, we are open to the public. Anybody wants to review them, we post them on our website. Closed session minutes do not. They stay closed and binder. You all can look at them and manage them, but that's it. So that's what the closed session stuff is.
That's so good, yes. Yeah. Okay, so there was a motion made and seconded by DeRoche.
Right, and so then it's everybody with the discussion or any other questions. So, okay, then I'm gonna do a roll call vote. So then trustee DeRoche.
Aye.
Trustee Wong.
Aye.
Trustee Lazan.
Aye.
Trustee Fishka.
Aye.
Trustee Schmidt.
Aye.
Trustee Stahl votes aye, so motion carries. And the minutes that we've discussed are closed, and the one audio tape is recording is destroyed. Correct?
Will have it.
Okay, so now we're on to new business, which is policies. So page 20 is the first one that we're discussing, or reviewing the updated bylaws. So that's quite a bit. So this is just discussion. So Jason, I'll turn it over to you.
All right, just as a quick note, you may have expected more policies to be in the consent agenda for approval this month. I sent them to the lawyer for review. They were going on vacation, so they weren't going to be able to get to them before we had our meeting this month. So they'll be on next month.
Thank you. Because you guys kept saying, "Are you ready to read all this?" And I was like, "I can read that 3 things."
So don't worry, you will still see it again. All right. So the bylaws is probably the one tonight that has the most things. I'll just kind of go through them in order. So for our newest trustee, Erica, our bylaws is essentially the things that govern how the board works. So, so we had a mission statement previously that was outdated, but with the strategic planning, we updated the mission statement and added a vision statement. So I updated that portion. I believe I had a question about 4E under the goal of the board. Item E said to promote the full utilization of local pride, responsibility, initiative, and support of library service. And as that was written, I didn't entirely understand what it was trying to say. I didn't know if anybody who'd been here longer remembered whether we wanted to keep that sentence or just strike it out if it made sense to anybody. If it did, please explain.
Is it in here or that sentence?
Yeah. So it's page 24.
Oh, no wonder I couldn't find it. That was in the wrong page.
Me too.
So it's in orange. Highlighted.
Yeah.
Orange is a question.
A little bit, I don't know, I guess because I'm an ESL person, sounds a little bit weird to me, the sentence.
As a native speaker, it also sounds a little bit weird to me. Yes.
Like,
Utilization.
Which is an
Of
odd
local-
phrase
oh,
in and of
yeah.
itself, but of local pride, responsibility, initiative, and support of library service all seem like an odd combination of items.
I think there's some ideas in there that have to be separated in 3 sentences. Again, ESL. I don't know.
I'm not sure what they're trying to.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
even though I've been on the board the longest, I don't ever remember reviewing the
statement.
bylaws and why that sentence was there to begin with. So I'm,
It has been a long time, like I
Yeah.
noted at the start. The last time bylaws appear to be used, 2011. So
What is?
Really?
It's been
And I don't
15
have any
years.
I don't have a memory of that.
I mean, that's a long time ago. So.
Right.
Well, if everybody has puzzle books on their faces and can't quite decipher it, should we just strike that point?
Sure.
Great, that's easiest,
Then
rather
we
than trying
change
to,
F to E, right?
rather than trying to decipher it and read it.
I was gonna say, maybe to promote the full utilization of library services for local pride, responsibility, and to support initiative. I mean, that will make that a little bit more sense.
So I like what you put in D, which sort of takes over what I would say E was trying to say in some ways.
Oh, yeah, top of the responsible, economic, and efficient utilization of public health.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like, to support the library, like we should, try to help with the parades, try to, emphasize the stuff on Facebook, try to, like, support the stuff that the library is doing, share.
Oh,
So if you, there's a way of wording it,
To
Like,
promote and support
we're like
library services.
necessary in, say it again,
To promote and support library services.
I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
okay.
Keep it.
I actually thought it was about inclusion.
I,
I
No,
was gonna
that's
say,
a
oh,
good thing too.
yeah, so we're talking about
Promote
the
and
LGBTQ
support
plus library,
library
but no.
services.
for the,
I think of not on theirs. I
No.
think something happened.
Uh-oh,
Yep.
Picasso.
But you've got the, in D, the idea of being responsible to economic and utilization of public funds. And if you wanted to have E read something on the order of, encouraging outside organizations to, help us further that. So we will honor what you send us, and we would encourage you to send us as much as you want to for consideration.
I'm not sure.
Who's sending us what?
One's looking out and one's looking in.
Oh, I see.
So we're putting away E, right?
right.
We're putting away E.
Well, Rick, my suggestion was to edit it to promote and support the library and its services. We could add within the community if you want to. Add that.
I like that.
That sounds good.
That a decision that has to be made, no, right? No,
It's just one stuff, I mean. So we can make suggestions for this and then next, we're not gonna vote on it today.
No.
oh, yeah, okay, I like that.
All right. Moving on. Article 4, membership. So considering we had a vacancy last year, it seemed relevant to add something about what we do with vacancies. So I added in section 4. There is a part, the first yellow paragraph, the last sentence where it says the board may request resignation of any trustee who is absent 6 times in a calendar year. I think I stole that from the Aurora Library's bylaws. I think I saw another library that had, if you miss 4 consecutive months in a row, but the general statute says something along the lines of absence without cause from all regular board meetings for a period of 1 year shall be a basis for declaring a vacancy.
Here.
So I think that's like, gives you at least a groundwork to work on, and then you all at least can either adhere to that or modify it as you see fit. So I wasn't quite sure what you all felt like. If you liked 6 times in a year, or whether you wanted it to be consecutive times, or.
I think a year is way too long to go.
Yeah, if you've been absent for a whole year, it seems like
You're not doing the job.
that's too long to wait around.
Well, and
That's
I
the
was
issue.
just curious about whether or not the requirement, whether it's in person or a combination of in person and remote. I mean, if, say the person is present 4 times in the library, and say the other 2 or 3 times they're remote. I didn't know if that mattered to people or whether it was.
As long as you're participating.
Yeah, I
Right.
think I would agree with
But
that.
if they're not able to participate, like sometimes we've had it where, before we have remote participation, you could sit in, you could watch the meeting, but you couldn't ask questions, you couldn't vote. So I mean, is that still considered participating if it's not one of those valid reasons for remote participation?
No, I would think you would need to be actually engaging. You need to be participating. You need to be.
Like, we have a vote that says it's okay. You know, we
Right, it has
approve
to be-
their participation.
For the policy that we approved last month of the,
Yeah.
where we added the two new reasons from the last few years.
Right.
Allowing for remote participation, I think it would have to account for one of those reasons.
So, I think sick time consecutive seems very generous to this.
We're not talking 6 times consecutively, but 6 times within a year. So half the meetings. So I mean, somebody could attend in January, miss February, attend in March, miss April, attend in May, miss June. You know,
That still seems like a lot.
Yeah.
but I don't know, consecutively seems,
Okay.
well, but I don't know how everybody else feels. I mean, I like the 6 times in a year.
Okay.
Other thoughts?
Somewhere in here, an action requires the full unanimous consent of all trustees. And I don't know that that would include, those present that makes a quorum, but that's not a unanimous vote of the trustees. I forget which one it is. I can find it if you need. It seems that if you can't count on somebody showing up at these meetings, then we shouldn't require them to exert themselves to do so. 3 would be fine. 4, be almost mandatory. That's a third of the year.
So what are you advocating?
I'm thinking that there should be some limit where it's called to the attention of whoever. So,
Probably the board president
right,
to speak to that person.
yes. Well, whatever method that you decide to take, but in here it says that you need the unanimous vote of the board of trustees. And if you can't rely on somebody to do it, then you have to find somebody who will take over and do it.
Good point.
Is that unanimous vote? Is that just the amending of the minutes or amending of the bylaws?
I'm not sure where that was. I just thought, I said, whoa, that's a lot of people that have to be.
Well, it says majority vote, not unanimous, or,
Somewhere in the unanimous, it said unanimous. I'm sure you can find it by a search. Or we should change that to a majority.
I mean, from this page, on page 24, it says all trustees shall have one vote on the board,
No,
but it
this
doesn't say
is
anything about.
passing certain resolutions.
Yeah, I don't remember where that is.
I find it.
Yeah. Now we should have to do it. We're just gonna say if we can search for the word unanimous.
You're welcome.
Okay.
There we go.
However, amendment and then articles third. Okay, but that's gonna be for the bylaws. So it's gonna be on page 31 on the top, where it says section 1.
Yeah, it's part of Article 7.
Oh, okay. But yeah, it's section 1 of Article 7, amendment of bylaws. Almost at the end, it says, however, amendment of Article 3rd, mission and goals. Is,
But these bylaws may be made only with the unanimous approval and resolution of all trustees, period.
So that means next meeting, we're gonna approve the bylaws. We should all try to be here to approve them. It's for approving the bylaws, is that, I'm asking, not understanding. Is that right?
Well, it's
Well, you
saying
can't
however,
go and change, you can't propose it and change it, I don't think, in the same time. If people have to have a chance to think that through. But unanimous of all
but I
is
thought,
pretty restrictive.
It is only talking about Article 3 though.
yeah,
That
mission
sentence.
and goals, it's not talking
Which
about,
all,
Article 4, the membership. It's just talking about Article 3.
Well, that's okay, because it still hamstrings the board if you can't get a full.
Well, yeah, but for amending Article 3, it's not. So what are you saying is that, so if we just have 4 people here next month, then we can't approve it because we only have 4.
No, you can't.
Right, so then we need to have all 7, so if Jerry can't be here next month, then we wouldn't have we wouldn't have unanimous vote.
No, but I think this ties into how many meetings you can miss before somebody gets excited about it. Because if you've got, if you can't count on somebody, then you can't move forward.
But that's only on this kind of a vote, on a vote.
Yeah, I understand
Oh,
that,
okay.
but it's that kind of vote.
Yeah.
If it's that important, then it's important to show up.
sure, I think I take your meaning.
Well, we could just take that whole part out and then we don't have a attendance requirement at all, and then it doesn't matter how many meetings somebody misses.
I don't
It
like
matters.
that. I think it's important that we have an attendance, expectation.
Well, I agree, but the thing is that if we can't get a unanimous vote in the board, then how are we ever gonna amend it?
Well, I'm saying that for this, you might want to change that, the wording of section 3 here. Where is it? Where is it? Let's see. Lost the page. Whatever the point was where it said unanimous.
On page 31. So I think we only need a unanimous vote for the bylaws. So if something happens and Jerry or Sandy or I can't be here next month, then we just can't vote on this for
And it gets
specific.
tabled to the next week.
Right, then it just gets postponed to the next month when we're all here. But I think the idea that we were initially discussing about you need to try to make at least half the meetings, or, we'll have to have, a talk, I think that's valid.
I do too. And, Rick, you were saying that there should be a point at which, the board president, I don't know that this needs to be in the bylaws, but it might want to be in the board.
It's abandonment of the job.
That would be the next thing. the
Yeah,
Human
right.
Resource would have to talk about. Having a board president and vote.
I mean, I guess we wouldn't want to add it to the bylaws that, at the 4th absence in a calendar year. And when does the calendar year begin? Does it begin
I
during
was
the fiscal
going to
year?
ask
Does it
that.
begin during the calendar year?
Well, I would,
You know,
yes, it should be January through February, because
Yeah.
otherwise it's,
That's 2 months.
if you start in the middle of the year, how do we keep track then?
exactly, who's
Right.
keep track?
Or like the day that you were elected.
December.
How does it work?
I mean, you're right. To be fiscal year, but. Yeah, right, I don't think we want to get into the minutia of procedure of it, this triggers this and this triggers that. I think we just want a general statement.
Not in our bylaws, certainly.
Like I mean, if we're having trouble nailing down a range, we, 4 to 6 times, 6 to 8 times, 4 to 8 times, make it a range to make it a little more flexible. There might be whatever circumstances, the given circumstances, but I think having it in here, something to state to give you all recourse should someone not be showing up, doing their job. So
Well, I think 6 is a good benchmark. If you're missing half,
and it does say the board may request, it doesn't say the board will request, so. That
I
leaves
think
it up
6
to
is
your
a good
discretion.
Well,
And if you're already missing 4, people are gonna start wondering, what's happened.
Well, and I agree too, that in the sense that it doesn't say that we have to. But because we can always take into account any personal situation that comes up. So,
But if it looks like it's a personal situation that's gonna continue on for
Right.
quite some time, then maybe time to resign.
I can add in something about, is absent 6 times without cause. So the statute mentioned that.
and what do we determine without cause?
I mean, really, as a working person on a board, even if you have cause, if you're not there to participate, then you really should resign, whether you have a cause or not. You know what I mean? If you're not there to participate, then you shouldn't be on that board.
Because I guess the other way that I'm looking at it too is now that we have a remote participation policy and there's allowances underneath that to allow people to participate remotely, there's almost no reason that they shouldn't be able to make the 6 meetings, whether in person or remote, and be able to.
We really do have, some remote options.
I think we're good.
We're good.
Okay. As I wrote it.
So I guess back to Rick's question though, if this has to be done with the unanimous approval and inclusion of all trustees, then how do we handle that aspect of it?
I think we could just take that specific sentence out,
Okay,
because that seems very restrictive.
I think that's the issue.
It seems like a very odd thing to single out to have a unanimous vote.
okay, so
It could also give somebody a chance to filibuster if they don't like one thing.
That's true. So we can,
I mean, not that we have this problem,
No.
but there could be the
There-
potential for us to have this problem.
yes,
Yeah, you can take it out, just starting with however.
yes.
Yeah. okay.
Um.
All right.
Within the bylaws, I had a question on an earlier one, but if you should, I can be quiet and then.
No, go ahead.
On, page 23. For the vision statement.
Mhm.
Creating a connected and informed community that celebrates knowledge, diversity, and fun. That would be a place we could insert the word inclusivity. Inclusive,
Well,
but it's an
is
implied.
diversity not enough? It doesn't,
Yeah,
it doesn't give you the breadth of inclusivity.
it doesn't.
Okay.
But that might be my bugaboo. And I just.
I mean, they're different, they're absolutely different.
Well, if my opinion counts, because I am the, I am the immigrant. I do believe that diversity is inclusive. I don't think there's a necessary another word for it. I think diversity is good.
You think it covers it?
Yeah.
To make everyone feel included?
That's just my opinion.
Well, no, but I agree with that in the sense that if we're celebrating diversity, then we are trying to include people rather than try, because sometimes I feel like the word inclusive seems a little shut down, like, you know, this is how big the circle is going to be. Whereas diversity means like, okay, I'm looking outside the circle in order to invite more people in.
Oh, really?
So, because you're saying, you know, this person over here is just, you know, and this person over here and the people all in between. You know, it's not just kind of, well, we want to celebrate these people. Those people can go away. Or these people are fine this month and, you know, those
What
people-
says that? We don't have anything that says that.
Right, no, I know, that's why
Oh.
I'm saying diversity, because like I said, if we're only celebrating, you know, just like when I read the monthly newsletter from the city, we're talking about, okay, this month, you know, this group, next month, this is group. It's everybody. It's, you know, and that's what I think diversity is. It's trying to open everything up. It's not, you know, just saying this group and that.
How about instead of diversity, inclusion?
I think
Yeah,
that's
that's-
what she was saying, that inclusion seems very limited of a word versus diversity is more.
Diverse.
I was trying to use a different word.
Exploration.
If
Well,
it feels
it is.
good, if it feels.
Diversity is a loaded word.
The vision statement was something that was spent a lot of time on, so now we're spending
More time.
a lot of
Sorry.
time adjusting the vision statement. So
Right.
we really, you know, we would have to like go back to the drawing board on the vision
Okay.
statement.
Right, and I think this is something staff spent a lot of time on, if I'm remembering right, to come up with this. And.
I'm happy that we had the discussion. I'm glad it looks like that to you guys, and I'm very comfortable with keeping it as it is. Thank you for considering and discussing it.
So then, are we through discussing the bylaws, policy 110?
Oh.
Or is there anything more that needs to,
Got to
or
8.
is ready to move on to the study room policy?
I had the notes of other things that I added in, but my questions for you were under Article 11 for the executive director. You just want to verify, there was sentence closer to the end that says director may hire other employees, etc., subject to the approval of the board.
Mhm.
So as I believe I have asked previously of you all, given my previous experience, I had previously made sure that you all hired and managed me, and then I hired and managed staff. Seemed in accordance with that, and then when I saw it in the bylaws, it's just wanted to bring it up one more time. I struck out that sentence of subject to the approval of the board, and just wanted to verify that that is in fact okay.
Yes,
Yes, we are all on the same page for that. Okay,
we are.
fantastic.
Thank you for finding that and getting rid of it.
Okay.
Because I remember the one time that happened, and again, trying to reach people to do that, and then without. Again, board didn't have any context, so it was expected to be rubber stamped, so I mean, again, the director has the discretion, and clearly, why does the board need to approve it, so.
All my previous experience, it was not conducive to effective hiring, to either be knowing that you're just gonna approve it anyway, in which case why? But always the doubt of what if I hire somebody and then you don't approve it at a meeting, or waiting for meetings for your approval, and then, oh, in the meantime, my candidate has moved on and found a different
Right,
job, like,
and that's very real, yeah.
which is the,
Or number 3 is have somebody on the board blindside you.
Right.
Which is the worst part of it.
so,
Well, that's
But
what
it's
happened.
not our
to me.
job to micromanage.
Exactly.
okay, fantastic.
And,
I'm
I mean.
Thrilled once again to affirm that we're all on the same page about that.
I mean, I guess I don't understand why it was in there to begin with, or.
Because when the bylaws were written, that was probably not the working.
Still, that says C.
Working.
Oh, because I know I'm in blindsided.
Something.
Like it was.
Oh, dear.
So, and then, in Article 15, the ethics statement, the part in orange was what was there originally. And that appears to be from 1985, 88, and 89. I think as I stated in my notes, excuse me, the American Library Trustees Association doesn't officially exist anymore, and it is now the ALA is United for Libraries. So they have this kind of revised. There's a little bit of overlap, but there's a fair number of different things. They both the new and the old all sounded good. I just didn't know what you thought, if you wanted to do both. Keep them, include
Let's
them
be
both,
up
or
to
if you,
date.
or if you
Yeah.
want to merge them.
Let's
No.
let's just be up to date.
Yeah.
So strike out the old and
Yeah.
just keep the new.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's just be up to date. If you're good with it.
Yeah.
I think that's fine.
Oh,
I'll
then
read through
they-
them all again and let you know if I have.
It all seems very reasonable.
I mean, they're all, and there's, like I said, there's some overlap, so.
So with the consensus that we're good with the bylaws and any of the changes and tweaks that have been made, correct? Okay, so then we're ready to move on to,
Well, is there a question about the consent agenda or? For
Oh.
next month?
Oh, do you want
Joe
this on the consent agenda next month?
I have no problem with that.
I'm good with it.
More to read.
What page are we on?
And then,
33-ish.
33.
and then you like to change to the order of business that we talked about previously from. Okay, great. Then I will put the bylaws on the consent agenda next. Sure.
I wonder if on page 32, up in the board also subscribes that since we're striking the original, the board subscribes, we can get rid of the word also.
Yeah.
Good eye. Good eye there, Rick.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other thoughts about the bylaws?
Give it time.
Okay,
Give Rick time.
Yeah.
You really have it.
okay, so are we ready to move on, or do we still have any other questions about the bylaws? Since I keep saying that, and then we have another point.
Into the breach.
Okay.
All right.
So then we're going to go to page 33 and review updated policy number 371, study room, I hope, and for discussion.
Yes, sorry, it says review new. It's really review updated, but it was just a minor change. On the page, it looks like a chunk of yellow, but it was really, we just had a misunderstanding about reserving the room for somebody, 7 people when the room was only for 6 people. So realized that our study room policy did not actually state the room and their capacities, and our meeting room policy does. So I just thought to make sure that everybody was on the same page, it'd be good to have it. So that was pretty much all that addition was.
So the one question I had is, so when we're talking about 1 to 4, 2 to 4, 3 to 4, couldn't it all just be like one?
That is a formatting mistake on my part, which was
Okay.
pointed out to me. Thank you, Kathy. Study room 1 is for 4 persons. Study room 2 is for 4 persons. Study room 3
Oh,
is for
okay,
4 persons. Yes,
okay,
my hyphen
okay, got it. So,
is misleading.
Maybe a
It should be a
colon.
colon.
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
Yeah, because I was thinking, what if you have 3 people? Do you have to have 3 people?
sorry, you have to go to the other room because you don't have 3 people.
And Kath,
okay, so,
It makes me think of my favorite sign that's currently on Kathy's door. That says, "Let's eat, comma, kids." And it's dinosaur with children. And the other one is, "Let's eat, kids."
Grammar saves lives. That's right. No, punctuation saves lives. So you are gonna actually save some lives with some punctuation there, right?
Yes,
All right,
yes, I've already made those notes.
yay.
I can see why I misinterpreted. Okay, so any questions, any, about the study room, any besides the punctuation question? Okay, so we're ready to move on to, review updated policy number 216, homebound delivery on page 37.
All right, so Taylor brought some changes for us to review. We had a longer purpose before, so we took some of those points and kind of redistributed them throughout the policy. The eligibility and registration, kind of, we talked about it and then I reordered it some more to try and give it a better flow, make it clear. Hope that is the case. And then we added some materials that are available for delivery, so.
So I just wanted to be sure with the DVD policy and people being able to request that, they won't run into overdue fines or anything with, or I mean, I realize we're fine free, I should say, but where it's like, oh, now it's going to fall into,
Paul or Lori, do you know the answer to that question? If somebody getting homebound delivery is getting a DVD, which is normally a 2-week checkout, what do we do? Do we extend the due date for them?
We manually put all the dates to the next pickup date anyways, so.
Okay.
now is the homebound then only that the deliveries are made and picked up on the first Saturday of the month? That I wasn't clear on that as to when you could start homebound delivery or,
This, yeah.
so, yeah, except it just wasn't clear in here that like it's gonna happen only on the first Saturday.
Oh, it does say that there.
Oh, it does?
Under available materials and delivery, the second sentence says items are delivered and collected by library staff on the first Saturday of each month.
Oh, okay.
So I think the last paragraph in this section says, you know, if we can't get a hold of you, then we'll keep trying to get a hold of you and reschedule the delivery. But otherwise, that first paragraph is essentially stating it happens once a month on the first Saturday.
Okay, so any other questions?
Nice service.
All sound good?
Okay. So, I'm sorry, did we ask whether or not study room and home barn delivery were going to be included on the consent agenda next month?
Oh, we did not. Would you like them to be included on 10 to 10?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great.
Okay, then, the last item is review updated employee handbook section 3.8, implement weather and emergency closings. Discussion on page 43.
So with the last snow day we had, or I guess it wasn't a snow day, it was a cold day.
Yeah.
Emergency closing because it was extremely cold. We had 2 people that had already scheduled vacation days, and so the question just came up of, am I my vacation day or do I give my vacation day back and get paid closing? So realized that when we had updated the handbook last summer, we did not explicitly state that fact. So I added that in. And so, and then additionally, that third bullet point that I added was just to address working from home. So tried to say if it's timely or that should be operational. So, you know, if somebody had a meeting, like a Zoom meeting scheduled with a community organization, and it happens to be a closure day, like they don't want to forego that meeting, so they can still do that. You know, people on management team have to do some things to be managing staff for the closed day. That's fine, but otherwise, general thought is rather than confusing work from home time as either replacing the paid day that everybody else is getting, or in addition to the paid day that everybody is getting, like that just muddles it up. So I just figured state that unless it's for those, you know, operational, you know, timely reasons. Otherwise, don't work from home if we have to declare that the library is closed.
And,
I don't know if I stated it as well as I could, but hopefully.
since we just had a dry run on this, kudos on, social media and email. We got I got a couple notices that it was gonna be closed. And, in the notices I got, it said, you know, the leisure center will be open for warmth, should someone need that. And I was glad to see that.
Thank you, Kat.
Yeah.
So
That we had dry run.
So yeah, so that was because of that day that I made those additions to that section of the handbook. So that works for everybody. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you like me to add that to the consent agenda next time?
Okay,
Yes.
Okay.
what a great idea.
Okay, so then I guess we're on to the director's report, page 45.
All right. Thank you all for discussion of the policies. E-newsletter came out today promoting it as well, but I just wanted to let you know that we had new art in the quiet room.
Yeah, I have.
The e-newsletter, that is your print quarterly.
I was going
Um,
to laugh. Is it Crook on Purpose? The big picture?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I don't think so. Our hanging system, I wouldn't say is the most ideal set of hangers in the world, but do our best to try and make them.
No, I just thought it was interesting, that's all.
It's possible. I didn't even notice that one. Sure. I probably breathed on it.
Sorry, I was looking at all the symbolism in the picture, in the painting.
My big thing about the website and accessibility, I think I said something about do an app spring or summer. That's most likely really going to be the fall that the app will be ready. That will be ready to promote that. But the big thing about accessibility that I thought was relevant to you all was the information that we post on the website. We're required to post on the website the agendas and the minutes. So we currently do PDFs. I just recently took another webinar about PDF accessibility. I thought I was doing an okay job. Well, I'm not sure I'm doing the best job. So it was funny. One of the tips, I think this is the second time I've heard it, but they said in the webinar, the best way to make PDFs accessible is to not have PDFs. So ideally, when
You have links.
you can have links. Wait.
So are you saying that we just wouldn't have our,
So we're still in discussion about what we're doing moving forward, but at the moment, my idea is probably you'll have a link to today's agenda and it will come to a new page where the text on the webpage will be the agenda, as opposed to a PDF, which lends itself to be less accessible.
Okay.
So the biggest issue is this thing as a packet, because it's cobbling together whatever, anywhere between 10 and 20 PDFs, one of them being coming from our accountant. And that document, I'm absolutely certain, probably not accessible in any way, shape, or form. So trying to make this accessible would probably be a day or 2 or 3's labor. So most likely, once we get transfer over to our new website, we will probably need to stop posting the packet, the meeting packet. We will still have the agendas and the minutes because legally required to, but that is easy enough to make. Just put text on the page and have it be completely accessible. This whole thing, not so much. You will also, we will still make a packet. You will still all get a packet. It will just not be, most likely we should not be posting it on the website.
But can we see it electronically?
It's just that.
so you'll make a PDF, it just won't be on the website.
Correct.
It's just like a member of the general public
Right.
won't be able to see it, like they could come in here and view a copy of it, a hard copy, but they just won't be able to get it online. Or
Because if you were looking at our website with a screen reader and you tried to look at this PDF, you're gonna have a really hard time.
That makes me really sad.
Me too. I like the trends. When I first got here, I was surprised that we posted the packets, and then I quickly came to like it. I like the transparency of
I
it,
do
but
too.
If someone requested it from us, can they get a packet emailed to them like you emailed to me?
sure, I do. See why not?
Or they can come in the library and do it.
I mean, maybe somebody can't come
Like,
into the.
yeah, no, I agree if somebody can, but at the same time, if somebody said, you know what, I'm here at the library, like with the packet.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah.
If you have requests or, you know,
And since we have been publicly posting them anyway, I'd be happy to email them to somebody if they requested it, as long as they didn't need an accessible copy of it, because
Right.
then that just circles back to the.
Right, it's not in
Could we-
braille.
Could we have like a little button or a little easy thing for them to request? On our new accessible,
Yeah, or we can just have a sentence that says if you would like a copy of the meeting packet, please request it from.
okay,
And then your email.
do we get many requests for it? I'm just curious.
does anybody ever look at it? Do we know?
Not that I'm aware of, but I have not looked to see what the viewing stats on, no.
Not ever, okay.
So, hence why, I'm fully behind the making of things online accessible,
Because you won't have to do it.
but
Yeah.
when it comes to things like this, it requires an awful lot of work. And trying to find, the amount of time spent or money for software or, outsourcing people to make things, just the amount of involved is prohibitive, which is unfortunate. And when it's, when I'm not sure that anybody not needing accessibility accommodations isn't looking at the trustee page of all these things that we're posting, it seems nonsensical to spend the amount of time needed to make this whole packet accessible if no one's actually.
Yeah.
Done. But
Okay,
I just was wanting to give you the heads up. It won't be till later this year. So but we're starting to work on that. So question for you all about our staff and trustee lunch on March 6th. One, Erica, are you able to come?
When is it again?
March 6th, Friday, March 6th.
Oh,
You're doing lunch at, what time is it, Jack?
Eddie Merlot, 3:30.
2:30 at Eddie Merlot's.
I should be able to.
Okay, great. In the morning, we are doing CPR AED training here at the library.
Can I participate?
Can if you would like to.
I would love to.
Okay, great.
It's March the 6th, right?
Same day, yes.
What time?
It'll be here at 8 o'clock.
8 a.m.
Of course.
So if you can't make it, that's fine. Just let me know. I was supposed to give a head count to the fire district. So
So where would we come in? The store or downstairs?
Yeah, where's it gonna be?
it'll be in this room. If you want to come to the front door or whichever door you want, which door do you want to come to? And then I can meet you at that door.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Door, probably. be-
Front door, great. Come to the front door.
Mark,
Downstairs is more parking.
Why is this not on the
I
calendar?
think there's a lot more over there and then you can feel.
So my question to you was,
It's at what?
the lunch is at 2:30
Okay.
at Eddie Miller. I know you're not coming in the morning. Right. But that's what the previous children. Is that, I'm of two minds. Because technically we will be clocked in, but on the other hand, it's a nice celebration lunch. Does the board want, the library would not pay for it, but the board want to allow to get beverages as the lunch?
Yeah,
I mean, they have to be.
yeah, we get our own, we buy our own glass of wine. That kind of beverage?
The bubbly beverage of sorts.
Well, what if you want just a Coke?
That's for
That too, that's for.
That's included.
Oh,
I'm just saying as,
the staff,
what was that?
for staff.
For staff or for you all? Conceptually thinking about. I like the idea. On the other hand, all the staff will be on the clock. So is that, it's just a consideration. I think it's a nice thing. It's the end of the day,
Yeah.
but also.
Okay.
everybody to be on the top. One way or another, the library will not be paying for alcohol.
Yeah.
But it was just a matter of whether before I definitively told people that yes or no, I wanted your opinion on it.
Jackie, logistically for the server, does that, we could just pay for our drinks as they go?
The last time we were there, that's how they did that. Okay, they'll give you a ticket if you are there.
I'd be fine.
I would be fine with that.
Yeah, me too. I don't want to go there.
Hey,
Well, I already made the application. The request, I'm sorry. That's the one I'll.
that's good. That'd be fun.
I will give you guys time.
Yeah, put your hair.
Let your hair down.
I haven't figured it out again.
Well, yeah, this is gonna be 2:50.
Oh, okay.
All right, I will send out reminders to everybody so that you all remember to come. But otherwise, I think that is all.
Is the first aid training like 3 hours in the morning? 4 hours, you know?
Gave a 3 to 4 hour range for the AED CPR training and then a 30 to 60 minutes for the stop the bleed training. So
Okay.
it will be jam packed,
Yeah, it's a lot.
start to lunch.
Yeah.
So he said, of course, there will be breaks.
Okay.
So I don't think he expects anybody to sit for 4 hours straight. So that is good, but
Is our own fire department doing it for us?
very generously, I believe, offered to do it for free.
Oh, the Warrenville Fire Department?
Which is nice. Because otherwise I budgeted for us to spend money for the training.
That's why we get to have a nice lunch. Maybe.
Okay,
So any other questions for Jason on his report? Okay, so we can move on to then the department head reports. So I know the one thing I was curious, and I guess applauding about is that we are having that neurodiverse volunteer here, so from Little Friends, so I think that's awesome. And then looking forward to FanCon again. So it's on April 11th. Anybody is interested in volunteering? I don't know. Do you have sign-up sheets yet, or?
I will be sending out the volunteer form to go into the email address, so everyone has a personal email, they want the same tool that we have at the meeting. Otherwise, we'll just go to your, board meeting.
And it'll just get forwarded to my personal email.
Yeah, Google that.
Where are the?
There's, I think it's April 11th.
Also, we're talking about pre-plan?
Yes.
Um,
And it's just a fun thing, at the library. I just put all day there.
So the one thing I was curious about, Kathy, too, was when, you were talking to, somebody from another library about how you got to graphic design or working for the library, and I was curious what that was.
I believe that was a daily activity. He was contacted by a former coworker who wanted to, who would ask David if he would spend some time in a phone call talking to, somebody that they knew about his past, like how did he get into libraries? How did he, why did he, get a degree in graphic design and how it led to libraries, and that person knew this is, I believe his third library he's worked at. He's been starting, he worked at a library in high school, so they were making a connection, and he was happy to speak to someone about that.
Okay, that's great. I mean, that you could say from other fields that people are interested in trying to get involved with libraries and, not just kind of this path to. Anybody else have any other questions for the staff or?
For the goodness, the donation that we received, was that in the treasurer? I mean, did we?
That's
not
in the
get-
treasurer's report.
Okay, so I'll have to back
Okay, so, then we can move on to the president's report, which next month the meeting will be at 7 o'clock. And then April, though, is gonna be very important, that the committee of the whole budget meeting starts at 6. And then we'll have the regular board meeting at 7 immediately following. And then the regular board meeting will be May 20th at 7 o'clock. So again, the Wednesday, it's very important people get here at 6, so we can start right away on the budget. So that's all that I have, so we can move on to the treasurer's report.
Well, get some good money and interest, which is nice. And, so we received this nice, donation from, Sharon Goodman and her husband Tori, for $2,500. And as you read in the packet, normally the donation was made directly to the Page Foundation, and this time it was, check was made directly to the library. Do you want to leave this in our operating funds, or do you want to redirect it to the Page Foundation?
I was thinking of a third option.
Well, that,
Could it go to the special reserve fund? So that it would help fund, you know, if there was a project that came up that we needed some funds for. It wouldn't just go like in general, pay for printing paper or something, but we go for something special. We want to. We said like, we want to improve the racks for where we hang the pictures in the quiet room.
well,
You know,
that's
very-
also what the Page Foundation wants to go toward, is it as well, isn't it?
I don't know that we have it specifically earmarked for what that's going towards. But I like the idea of the foundation that helps it grow. Or that
Oh.
there's in there, then the more interest it earns, which means
Okay.
the bigger distribution we get each year.
And-
Each year that I've been here, the distribution has been slightly larger, between, $200 growth each year. So not huge, but so it won't get a whole lot bigger unless it goes more, so.
But I think maybe, I mean, and I haven't talked to Sharon at all about what her idea was in giving the check directly to the library, but maybe that was her thought, was that maybe we might want to do something with it,
That could be.
in particular, and that's a good thought, is maybe we do want to do something in particular. It would be nice to do something to honor Sharon and her years and years and years of service to this library. I mean, not to just honor her, but it'd be nice to, like, if we got a piece of artwork, or if we, whatever we're thinking that we might do, with those funds, as opposed to just putting them in the Page Foundation and then getting $200 of a distribution for it. I have just very, very wonderful, fond memories of working with Sharon here
She's
for years and years. She was a great board member to work with here.
Well, then I think too, of all the years that she was a volunteer too, with the book sale and everything else.
So I don't know if when she handed me the donation, I don't know. She didn't give an indication necessarily that she had anything specific in mind for us to do with it, but I think she just liked the idea of it being more personal to be able to hand me the donation and say to the library rather than going through the Page Foundation.
Yeah,
Us
are they
getting-
still
us
living
getting
over
notified.
there, or they moved
Oh, yeah,
over?
they're over at Maple Hill.
They are still living.
Oh, they moved to Mapleville? I thought they were still in, no, her daughter.
Oh,
is-
Leah's in.
Yeah, they're still in, what is it, River, I can't remember, it's still off of 59, right by the.
Is it like where Sylvia lives, kind of there?
Yes.
Anyway, if we put it in special reserve, we would be able to then take it out for something particular.
Sure. I mean, yeah, the special reserve has those limitations to it as to what we can spend it on, but you all made that ordinance fairly broad, so.
And does it earn interest in special reserve? Or does everything?
So the special reserve fund is just commingled with our corporate fund. So it's whatever interest it's earning at either Fifth Third or Illinois funds.
But DuPage Foundation earns more interest.
Not necessarily, just separately.
Oh, so interest isn't a deal.
I don't think so. I haven't necessarily paid attention to the interest of Page Foundation, but there's not much to really do about that, but,
When we've received, the money disbursement from, the DuPage Foundation, what have we necessarily done with some of the funds in the past? Because my memory's a little fuzzy. I mean, I remember getting it, but I don't remember what we did with it.
I don't know if Sandy used to have something specifically earmarked with it. Since I've been here, it's just mostly we've had all those income lines. The DuPage Foundation is one of them. Then we have all our expenses, so it's not, you know, necessarily, oh, it's this specific income is going towards this specific expense. It's part of our income, and then here's all our expenses. But if, you know, wanted to go into the special reserve, then
Well, maybe as we're
just-
building the budget, we could be thinking about something special to do.
do that.
What was
Maybe.
she very interested in?
Oh, gosh.
I mean, was there
I
something?
mean, well, her big thing here was she was a volunteer and helped run the book sale.
Okay,
Um,
but I mean, that's what I'm wondering, is like, what, maybe using the funds for whatever book, thing she was in.
well, and her husband is a photographer
Yeah,
and an artist.
yeah,
So she's very interested in art. They're both very interested. in
Yeah.
art. So,
and he's the chair of the League of Women Voters. They're very interested in equity and fairness and.
Yeah.
That one.
anyway, we don't have to make a decision about it.
That's
Good
We don't have
insight.
money, but we do need to make a decision about where it's gonna go.
I guess
I
that's,
mean, we can just leave it in the bank account for now, and we just made a transfer to the special reserve. We can just always know that that $2,500 is there. And make a decision on what we want to spend it on later.
Well, I kind of like the idea of putting it in the special reserve. Does anybody object to that idea?
just what are our limitations for pulling it out?
I have absolutely no idea. What are
I
our
mean, like, could
limitations?
we just pull it out, buy a piece of art, or?
Um. Hey, look. There it is. You can spend it on building repair and maintenance, library materials, automation hardware and software, furniture and equipment, or building remodeling and expansion.
Like, if you wanted to tune the piano, do you spend it on that? Piano, sort of?
I guess that could be
That would be
considered
maintenance.
furniture or equipment.
see,
Or,
I wish we could put it towards, I mean, I don't know when we would ever have something where we could be able to redo the steam room downstairs. I mean, I know that's been one thing that it's been on the back burner for a while, and I mean, I know that $2,500 wouldn't go very far doing much of anything down there, but I don't know what the scope,
I can see the plaque now.
so,
Well, I'm gonna suggest we put it in the special reserve fund, and then, I don't know where we can make a notation. In our minutes, it'll be in the minutes that it's there, so we know that it's there. Be open, we don't have to decide what to do with it.
right, yeah.
It'd be kind of cool if there was like a smaller project that facilitated this project getting done.
Right.
That's
I agree.
why I would leave it just in the general fund. Because if we put it to the special reserve, we're limited to what we can do with it. By leaving it just in general funds, it's making the same amount of money.
Okay.
It's
As long
just,
as
it gives
doesn't
us more
get
options
swallowed
of
up
what
when
we want to
forget,
do with it.
It's just.
we'll remember that it is there.
I'll remember.
Then we have a great treasurer.
Because if we were to decide this evening that you wanted to put it in special reserve, we need a resolution. Like we did.
Oh.
So it is not just a simple,
limitations to the special reserve,
Perfect.
but also limitations on taking it out and everything else.
I mean, it could be if, you know, in the next year or two, if, you know, I to give forth in the mouth, and if she is generous enough to want to keep donating to the library, which is a lovely thing, it could be like, oh, you know, now we have accumulated
Mhm.
a little bit more in the next whatever 2 years, and be like, this amount that has been donated the last X years can be donated, moved to a special reserve fund, and it will get you towards future projects. In the meantime, I can just send her a thank you note to say thank you. We're thinking about what projects we could use with your money, and you're
Yeah,
excited and thankful. So
I mean, if we can add the money we got from the DuPage Foundation to hers, now we're getting a little bit more money. So, I mean, you know, maybe even thinking of budget wise, because she has donated all these years to the DuPage Foundation. So I
I'm not
kind
sure
of
how many
consider,
years she has.
you
I
know,
think it's
that,
been 1 or 2.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's been at least 2.
But anyway, okay, cool. Is that all right with everybody for now to keep it in the corporate fund, and
Yes.
we'll keep it in the back of our mind,
Yeah,
doing something with it in the future.
So then we go on to the secretary's report.
I have no, well, other than what we've already talked about, kind of posting that, but we did have further.
So then I believe we're turning it over to Becky for.
Yeah,
report on personnel.
I have a committee report because the committee met via phone for the library director evaluation process. So all of you guys have this little handout. Oh, did you not make copies for everyone?
Maybe it's in.
Sorry.
I don't.
No, you
It should
don't.
be sitting
You
right there.
You all have this?
Yeah.
Good. Please pick it up and hold it. And look at it.
I don't give a crap. Oh, but-
No, it should just be with all the other, oh, here's another one.
Oh, thank you.
There it is.
Maybe I had yours.
That's all right. I'm happy.
I put one in front of everybody's place.
All right, so, next month, Jason will be, distributing a self-evaluation to us. And also next month, we will need to have a closed session. So that we can talk about, actually, before, because I think, should have written all this down. I think we decided, Jerry and I decided that we wanted to do your evaluation during the closed session next month, so that we didn't have to do it during the April.
Okay, then when are we going, so if we're doing it next month, but we're just getting the forms, aren't we? And then we still have to fill out. Are we gonna do that all in the closed session? We're gonna fill it out and right then, we're not gonna do it online then.
No, besides, it's gonna be a quick turnaround after the board meeting. So it can't happen next month. It has to happen during April.
I mean, either that, or we have to have a special meeting before.
So why do we have to have a? We have to have a closed separate session in March.
We've never had it. It's always just been distributed. We've gone home.
Right.
We've done
It's in April.
yeah.
Sorry, Jerry was saying that since we have to do the budget in April, that she wanted.
Well, we can, but if we wanted to do it at a separate meeting,
No, we do not want to do this.
okay.
We're gonna do it in April. Okay,
Are you saying that in future years you would like to do the evaluation in March then?
no.
Because then we'd have to
It's
have,
not that, it's not that hard. So, so
We'll feed you
it's
in
gonna
April.
go,
so.
it's gonna go this way. We're gonna get we're gonna do an online process with a Google form. And, I'll send out the links to you guys and you'll send them to me and I'll compile it. And then, so this is basically the process right here in front of you. And then,
So like we should get that to you. We should set a desire to get this, yeah, to you by like April 1st or,
it'll be before that, yeah,
so that you have a chance to compile it for the, well,
for the April meeting.
well, if he's giving us his thing on the third Wednesday in March, we might need 2 weeks to,
You're right. Well, you really only need a week.
all right.
Well, the only hard thing for me is.
And I promise I will give you reminders, email reminders. Maybe I'll give you like 10 days. But you don't need it. If I give you longer than that, then it just, then it just becomes something you forget to do.
I'm just glad the election is before that date, because that was my only thing. So, it's gonna be, I'm, as an election judge, I'm on the 17th, the day before the meeting, so.
So our March meeting is March 18th. So then that essentially gives you 2 weeks by April 1st to
Yes, it
complete
does.
evaluation, and then that gives the committee
2 weeks to compile.
a week, well, going by this, or at least by the meeting, but this is a week prior to the meeting, which gives the committee only a week to compile it,
That's fine.
to distribute for you all to review.
Yeah.
Probably have some leeway with that.
In the rating system, it requests that if you rate anything needs improvement, that you really have to make comments. All right, comments are really helpful for any part of the rating system, whether you write exceeds or meets, comments are helpful. So we really, really appreciate comments for when you fill out the form. It's very, very helpful for the director to receive comments, okay? But if you write needs improvement for any item, you must write comments. Is that clear for everybody? Comments are requested for all items, but if you write needs improvement, you need to write comments. It's a requirement. Okey dokey. All right.
Any questions for the person on committee?
Okay.
Okay, so then moving on to trustee comments. Anybody have some trustee comments? Okay,
So we are working on the Dolly Imaginary Library. And it's very exciting. We may even have a cutout before next meeting. They might send it, I think.
It's in my office right now.
And
Still
we're
in the
gonna,
box, but
Oh,
huh?
sorry.
you haven't like put your arm around her.
Yeah, no.
So, I mean, it's, we're gonna have information for kids to, you know, for families to sign up and whatnot in English and Spanish. And, there's 3 towns doing this together, 3 Ws, Winfield, West Chicago, and Warrenville. And the other 2 towns at our last meeting, they got their funding together. We've been fortunate that our funding has already been together. So now that everybody's got their funding together, they can move ahead.
Excellent.
Is there, I don't know if there's anything else I should say about it, but
We're still waiting on
Yeah.
the
other
memorandum of
W?
understanding agreement
yeah.
to go out. But otherwise, I believe we have a tentative plan for a summer reading / imagination library kickoff in June.
Oh, that's fun.
So,
You're part of this.
And what
they're all literacy related, put it all together.
And do you know, it's for kids, birth through 5 get a free book.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Yes. That's all.
And they can get their book in English and Spanish, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe you can sign up for either English books or bilingual.
And Wheaton's not going in at it? So the W's.
Look at that look on your face.
They don't have a.
They're working on it, but
Yeah,
they don't have anybody yet.
there actually is on March 25th. There's a real push to get all of DuPage signed up. And I have some friends on the Carroll Spring Library Board, so I contacted them. And they're just like shaking their heads like, we don't know how to fund this, so there's no way. So I gave them some ideas on how some, Rotary and like community,
Rotary would be
chamber,
all over it, man.
Chamber of Commerce, so I don't know.
Rotary is like gobs of money, sorry.
Yeah.
Just do, things have gobs of money. John's in it. I can vouch, they have gobs.
That's probably the treasurer. So anyway, so there's a breakfast at Cantini that, I'm gonna go to, that's encouraging, trying to do more outreach to get all the communities into pay. Much of Illinois is already signed up. We're lacking. We're lagging behind.
I think part of it is just because DuPage is one of the bigger, more populated counties.
Yeah.
And so is DuPage and Cook, I believe, counties that pulled it down. They're getting there. I'm just glad they were able to make amend concessions and let a smaller group get started, because 2 years ago, when our funder was ready to go,
Yeah,
they said, no, we need all DuPage. I was like, well, good luck with that.
I know, I brought it up a long time ago.
Yes.
And, they said that it had to be the whole county.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, and then the lady, when we first started meeting about 5 months ago, she wanted Naperville and Wheaton in with our W's, our little W's. And we're like,
So I'm glad we've whittled it down to an acceptable 3-town cohort. So
Yeah.
I'm glad we're getting going.
Yay us.
Cause I mean, some of these, like West Chicago, Winfield, those are some smaller, like Carroll Stream would be another, they're more working class people, but this would be more benefit rather than, Naperville, those people, they don't care. But it's the people that work more working, there's more working people, working class people.
I'm teasing you because I just learned that.
Huh?
That's part of it.
That's where you learn that.
People work in Naperville.
No, but I'm not.
Yeah,
More working class people that it would definitely make a big difference.
So that's all my comments.
Okay, any other comments? Okay, so then I say we do not have any items for information under discussion?
No.
So then the next 2 items were removed or moved somewhere else. So then we're down to the last, is that still a motion then at this time? Or is it having no further business?
I guess since we made it an action item, it should probably be voted on.
Okay, so then I need a motion. That's you, Erica?
That's me. What was it again?
I move.
Yeah,
I move to adjourn.
Okay.
Second.
Okay, so then the motion was made by trustee Pitchka, and seconded by trustee Lazat. And all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, then we are adjourned at 8:32 PM.